You guys ask for this every year. You like to know my most complimented fragrances, and yeah, I haven't done this one in a really long time. It's probably been like a year and a half, 2 years. So I always keep note in my phone so that I can do this video with you. Stay tuned for that. If you're new here, my name is Greta and I'm so happy to have you here. I hope you enjoy this and that you'll consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're informed of more of my videos. For those of you that are currently subscribed, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you all and your support. It helps me so much to grow this channel. And boy, okay, let's get into this one because this one's been in the making for a while. I always keep notes in my phone for fragrance videos and I always have a bunch of running themes. Some of them I kind of just keep adding on, and compliments is one of them. Because, I mean, yeah, we get compliments randomly, but there's certain fragrances that really seem to get attention. And those are the ones I jot down and keep adding on to this list. And then at the end of the year, I kind of look at it and reflect back and like, okay, which ones really kept getting the compliments? And these are them. So let's jump in. Let's start with this new one. This is new, but boy, did this grab attention. And it's Bugs Bunny collaboration with House of Sillage. Oof. This one will definitely give you a bubble, and it's definitely going to project, and it's definitely going to get attention. It is a raspberry prominent fragrance. It opens more sweet and tart type of raspberry, and then the whipped cream starts to fold in, and then you start to get this woody patchouli kind of base kind of blending in there and giving it much more substance. Gosh, because it's not your typical raspberry fruity floral fragrance, yet it's still very mass appealing, this fragrance. I was just really mesmerized by the performance on this one, and other people saying, wow, you smell really good today in all my regular interactions, just running errands. So yeah, this one is a winner and definitely got some reactions. And she's new too, so that's pretty compelling. This one, I get it, I totally get it. But yes, Bois 1920 Frammenti. Like, I get it. There's a lot of similarity to Delina exclusive. However, I can't even tell you how much I have worn Delina exclusive, and for whatever reason, I didn't get the compliments I got on this. This one opens with a juicy, syrupy blackcurrant. Then the mid is very much like Delina exclusive or any other rose vanilla fragrance, that puff cloud, like Intense Cafe, Roses Vanille. I did a whole video on it. Delina exclusive. It has that same rose vanilla middle, but I don't get the compliments from those fragrances like I did on this. I mean, the most compelling night was an entire table. I was having dinner with 8 other girls, and they're not even into fragrance. And I was late to dinner, shocker, and walked up to the table, which was 4 people deep, and all of them, within 30 seconds to a minute, were commenting in chorus how good I smelled. Like, one of them was like, I'm not into perfume, most give me a headache, but you smell really good. And then they all just chimed in like, yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, you smell amazing, what are you wearing? And I had a bubble, and gosh, and it doesn't have oud in it like the Delina exclusive does either. And just like Intense Cafe has the coffee, I don't get it. I got compliments on this one versus all those. And there is that fruity layer that stays with it. Even though it's a booming blackcurrant out the gate, that layer stays with that rose vanilla puff cloud in the mid. That, for whatever reason, this one just garners the compliments. Frammenti. Okay, I know you're probably sick and tired of hearing me talk about this one, but it definitely belongs in this video. And it's by Salas, and it's Amore Torrido. Like, this is probably the #1 compliment getter out of 1,000 fragrances that I have here. And I've tried even more than that, but I have 1,000. Nothing compares to the compliments I get with this one. I don't know what is going on in here. I have tried to figure it out. The perfumer won't tell me what that little magic elixir is, but there's something in here that is very compliment getting. I'm hard pressed to find anyone that doesn't like this. It does open with grape and apple, giving this sweet and a little bit tart kind of opening along with some bergamot. And then you have the coconut come through that gives it this tropical, juicy, syrupy kind of flair to it. Gosh, and then there's also apricots, I think, in here that give it again like a sweet and tart kind of feel. Oh, this one. There is this amberiness to it, this very slight powderiness to it, but I don't, even when I think I can't smell it anymore and I go a little anosmic, I have walked in at work and had to talk to certain colleagues I see regularly, and they're like, Greta, you always smell amazing, but whatever you're wearing today, and then I would just see like the flushing right up on the face. I kid you not. And he's like, just whatever it is today, you smell really good. And I think he was embarrassed because there was something very attractive and alluring about this fragrance. Like, I don't know what's in here, but there's something very magnetic and alluring about this fragrance that is, yeah, like it should be on a fun date night, and it's gonna definitely heat things up. It's not what you expect because there's something very fun in here. Very fun, fruity, floral, tropical kind of feel with that coconut, very carefree kind of feel to it. And then the dry down, like it just kind of seduces you, this one. It's crazy, it's crazy. And everyone that has bought this told me that like their husband can't stay off them. Like, I don't know what's going on in this one. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely by far my #1 compliment getter. Moving on from that. This is a wild one. This one, I think like when I first wear it is when I get the compliments. After it simmers down, people don't notice it. And it's by BDK Jasmine Wood. Wood Jasmine. I thought that sounded funny. Wood Jasmine. It's very ambery, woody out the gate. Very pronounced ambery that really projects strongly. I got a lot of compliments on this, and they were asking for me to bring some decants to work for them because they wanted to know the name and where to get it and to try it on their skin. And this one fills a room. I remember just handing her the decant. I was embarrassed. I was like, just smell that. Is that right? Filled this entire like warehouse size. I was embarrassed. They had a staff meeting going on, so they had a lot of people gathering there. And I was mortified because I was like, I just totally like bombed this whole place with this perfume from a little squirt. It was crazy, but it does calm down. And I think that after like 3-4 hours, it's not crazy like that. Either that or it just blows me out and I'm anosmic. I don't know, but I don't think you really smell it. But when you walk in the door, you're going to make an impression. There's something more sophisticated about it. There's something that screams dinner to me. Something about this is more dressed up. I just wear stuff all the time. I don't care. And I actually was dressed to go to an event, but had to swing by that workplace for a minute, for like 15 minutes, which is why they were complimenting me. I was dressed up and had this on. Yeah, a very like vanilla, woody, balsamic type of smell. It opens more fruity with that pear, which can be very loud, but it really dries down to that with the jasmine, obviously. But I really like this one. Definitely has a lot of volume to it and garnered some compliments for me. And as for BDK, that is not the only one that was garnering me compliments. Also Gris Charnel. Now, my manicurist and my hairdresser are extremely picky when it comes to fragrances. So when they like something, I kind of take note because they're very particular in what they like. They don't like them too loud. They're both very different styles. Now this one, my hairdresser was like, oh wow, I really like that one. Whatever you're wearing today is actually really good. The Gris Charnel, which is your dash of cardamom, your violets, your fuzzy, musky, little vanilla kind of fragrance. This is my easy reach. Absolutely love this fragrance. I feel like I can never go wrong. I can be wearing a crisp white blouse and bold necklace and loafers, or I could be dressed up, or I could be casual and being cozy with this in a rainstorm. It kind of seems to adapt to all those scenarios, but it always has a more refined level to whatever it is that I'm doing there. Actually, I guess there is, the common denominator is like a casual luxury is what I would put this, casual luxury. I wouldn't wear this, I probably wouldn't wear this out because I feel like it rides a little closer. But yeah, this is really good. I just prefer the EDP over the X Straight. I feel like the X Straight leans a little bit more masculine than the EDP, which I really like more of that emphasis on the violets. But that one, yeah, I think everyone knows it by now. If not, you really should try it. Another newer fragrance, just launched. However, I did, if you watched my video, I did actually have this for a year. I was lucky enough to have a sample of this while it was still in development, and it's the Micallef's Eau Féminin. I love this. If you like orange blossoms, you're gonna love this. It is not your cliche orange blossom marshmallow fragrance. It is more of this peachy, orangey, kind of fruity floral with this base of vanilla in there. And it is very whimsical. It has an incredible sillage that if you're moving, if you're walking, if you're talking with your hands, you're gonna send out a sillage. And there's something very classy, feminine about this fragrance. This one got me so many compliments. Gosh, this is probably second to Amore Torrido with compliments. There's something very beautiful about this one. Again, a casual luxury type of fragrance, this one. Something more whimsical, flowy dress type of scenario. Not boss lady suit, more feminine type of attire. There's something very airy like about this fragrance. Really, really like this one a lot. Like, love this fragrance, Eau Féminin. Oh, so while I was in Venice and I was there with Kelly and she kept complimenting my fragrance, like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, gosh, I wish I could tell you, but I just can't. I'll tell you in the future. I can't tell you when in the future, but in the future, I'll tell you, I promise. I feel bad. But she just kept saying, what in the world are you wearing? Because that just smells beautiful. And you just keep getting wafts of it and it just kind of captures your attention. So yeah. Next up is another one from Micaleff. And again, my very, very picky hairdresser loved this one that I had to give her an atomizer. I have atomizers of this because I have the advent calendar where you get an 8 to 10, it's somewhere between 8 and 10 mLs of each fragrance. So I gave her one of those. And it's the Note Vanillee. This is a vanilla fragrance, but it's definitely that rich buttery vanilla. And I think there's probably several kinds of vanilla in here to give it that boozy, buttery, rich vanilla. There's something so classy about Micaleff fragrances, that classic French style to their fragrances. There's something more airy about those fragrances. They're not heavy and bombastic. They're very ethereal, airy, feminine, all about that sillage. This one is just so delicious. There's something delicious. And I will actually get a bubble. And you can see, like, this came perfectly crystal clear when I first got it. And you can see the vanilla is richening up in here. The color is definitely naturally getting richer and it's getting more intense, the fragrance, as it naturally ages. They're really good about using natural fragrances here. But this is one that I just carry around as if I'm not wearing something, I need to put a fragrance on. This is a go-to that's in my bag. So I tend to get compliments on this one because who doesn't like vanilla? And this one definitely does perform and project and give a sillage that people are just like, wow, you smell so good, because it's delicious vanilla. But yeah, Note Vanillee. The last one I have from my list, and I'm trying to remember the stories that go with this one, and I'm having a hard time remembering them specifically, but it's the Casamarati Bouquet Ideale. This is one, this and Dama Bianca. I mean, I just love, I don't know what it is. I get more compliments on this than Dama Bianca. It's, oh gosh, I love you. This is a powdery, woody vanilla that has a little bit of spice to it. I tend to wear this one mostly in fall and winter because of the spices. There's like nutmeg and cinnamon in here, but to me, I just get fall spices that just add this element where it's more of a white floral emphasis on the Dama Bianca, but they're so super similar, and they both give this nice like velvety feel to your clothing, your texture. Like it just gives off this powdery velvety feel. Oh, I love it. Bouquet Ideale is definitely a winner that people tend to like. They're like, gosh, you just smell so good. There's something so easy and welcoming about this fragrance. Yet most people don't know niche fragrances, so these are really unique to them, and they're just like, gosh, that smells really good, that they'll tend to comment on them. But yeah, this one is just so mass appealing, so easy. It could be designer. It's very easy to like this fragrance. I think most people that try it really fall in love with this fragrance, and most people that smell it just find it very comforting and welcoming type of fragrance. Definitely more feminine, but Bouquet Ideale. Those are my most complimented fragrances from this last year. I did narrow down that list a little bit, but those definitely garnered the comments. Yeah, I mean, there's something to skin chemistry. Sometimes they just really jive with your skin, and you'll get magnificent compliments, and you might get complimented on something that people are like, please don't wear that again when it's on me. So tell me down below if some of these get compliments for you too, or if there's something else that just really stands out as a compliment getter, because I want to know. It's really interesting to me. So yeah, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to give a big fat thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Mwah!